What do addicts and criminals have in common? They both lack the self-control, the introspection to really decide whether they want to do something and consider the consequences and benefits of doing so. They act upon impulse. This is why a lack of self-control can ruin your life. Time spent doing instant gratification activities, things like porn and video games, can enhance social anxiety and cause you to waste precious time that you could be spending doing otherwise productive things. Hajime Tanaka, a boy who became addicted to instant gratification to the point to where it ruined his life multiple times. After watching Odd Taxi, this is really a character that stood out amongst all the other characters to me because he ties his self-worth and his whole life value in a gacha game. But the more and more he acts upon impulse, and once that game is taken away from him, he becomes hell-bent on revenge. And this is the problem with the lack of self-control. It can ruin your social life. It can ruin your productivity in your work. It can ruin your finances. It can ruin your health. All things that are very important in life and essential. Hajime Tanaka lives essentially a life of pleasure, which harbors everything for the short term and nothing for the long term. Forever chasing the fleeting instant gratification. This is how you become 400 pounds. This is how you become near homelessness due to poor finances. Seeking to kill somebody who you hold responsible for breaking your phone. This is how you become addicted to nicotine and alcohol. All choices that stem from A, not having a purpose or a goal, and not having the self-control required to fulfill your purpose. And I promise you that as a man, the time when you will be the most happy is when you have a purpose. Having more self-control actually really benefits you because it helps you achieve the life you want. You see, as a man, your value is created. It's not just magically gonna appear. This means money, quality women, physical attraction, a social life, all direct representations of who you are and your value as a man. And with self-control, it becomes possible to become the man who you want to be. You can build a plan and act upon it. So it's clear that the problem that we have is a lack of self-control, no discipline. So the solution is to build discipline. And I know that may sound like a really strenuous task, but it's really simple when I break it down to you in these terms. My definition of discipline is simply training yourself to sacrifice short-term for your duty. It's doing something when you don't feel like it. So anything that you don't want to do that you feel like is beneficial or needs to get done or a part of your responsibilities, you need to train yourself to do it, especially when you don't feel like it. And once you start practicing these things over and over, that conscious decision to have self-control will become easier. And that is how you actually build discipline and self-control. You see, I never understood why waking up at 6 a.m. was such a huge deal. And really, it's not a huge deal in terms of what time you actually wake up. You can still be productive at any time. But it's the self-control that it takes to wake up at 6 a.m. that is what is the most important about it. You're training yourself to get up when you don't feel like it, and that is building your discipline. So start with small actions you feel that you need to do today. You know, whether it's you have to wash the dishes and you don't feel like it, go up and do them. Sacrificing your short-term comfort for your duties and responsibilities in real life. Hajime Tanaka is a character that I really used to relate to, and that's why I'm able to speak with such confidence, because I've been able to get past that phase in my life. Luckily, I got out of it before I took some of the routes that Hajime Tanaka took, but I'm certain that over time, a lack of self-control can very easily lead you down the path of addiction, murder, theft, and anything that is an act of impulse or a lack of self-control. To those who try, believe in me who believes in you. Nori, signing out.